Good morning, everybody. Let's have a look at these charts. So yesterday, I was talking about how we should be seeing a bit of a pump, and I've been talking about it for the whole month, actually, saying we should be looking to resolve this sort of consolidation now, towards the end of this month, beginning of next. So we had that move down yesterday, a sweep down low. Now we're moving back up towards the top of the Bollinger Band again, well, the centre of that, with a view to test that 4-hourly death cross, really, which is sitting around 95,700, and a death cross on the simples, which is 98,100. And to be fair, they're very fresh. In the higher term timeframes are massively bullish, like I've been saying. So my expectation is that it's going to break out and we will continue up, and we will move back into roughly around above $100,000, probably towards 102 to 104. Really, that's what I'm looking for to see this resolve, and it could happen today. Like I said, I've been looking for this to happen sooner rather than later. I don't really feel as though it's time for this to break down lower. I know that that's everybody's expectation. I've seen it. I've heard it. I get the comments. I've seen it all. But just because that's what everybody else thinks, it doesn't change the way that I see it. Right? I see lots of hidden bullish divergence, which technically is still in play. It's just not registered. I see a money flow index which is on the daily all the way down here at 16. Almost 16 to 17, which means that if it turns around, it's got the capacity to pump extremely hard and extremely fast on a daily. That's what it would suggest. It can do that. We don't normally have you can call them oversold money flow indexes like this. The last time we saw one was on this big wick down here, and that got sucked straight back up. That was a bit more of a knife catching event. This is less so. This is more of a volume coming out, ready to turn back up and come back in. So I'm ready for it. Really, I am ready for it. And like I said, It's not about catching the absolute low. It's about navigating the lows, And then, like Matt Damon said, you got to be brave. Fortune favors the brave, and so you do have to be brave. And if you want to play crypto, you do have to speculate as to where the lows are going to be. My orders filled like a week ago now, really, on that first initial pushback down. I've still got orders lower if it has to come down lower. But just the way it looks right now, I really don't think it's going to do that, to be honest with you. So let's have a look at the S&P. Single jives, hidden bull, another one as well brewing over here. So again, the S&P looks pretty much the same as Bitcoin. They behave exactly the same at the moment. If we do come down a little further, so long as we hold above these areas, 5,809, everything should be okay for continuation to the upside. Let's have a look at the total 2, which again is an extremely bullish scenario taking place over here on the weekly. I don't know why I make these videos on a daily basis, because the whole thing has been the same. I said, expect a breakout from here, bang, got the breakout. Expect a pullback from here, bang, got the pullback. Expect another move back up from here, and that's what we're waiting for. So maybe I'll just make videos on a weekly or even a bi-weekly basis. It would appear that they would probably be the most useful, really, and save everybody a bunch of time. We're getting rejected on the daily here on the 10 and the 21. We're forming a descending triangle, just like we've seen on Bitcoin, and we're looking for the breakout. And breakout on the total 2, really a big one, would be above 1.42 trillion. So again, it's not broken out yet, but it's pending. As far as I'm concerned, it's a pending move, ready to break. We've got the death cross with the retest. Again, a breakout above 1.36 trillion, 1.45 trillion for the greater move. Hidden bullish divergence across the board. It's good. It's all good stuff. Here we go as well with the Dixie getting rejected at that horizontal resistance, now below Bollinger Bands with some bearish divergence on the 4-hourly. Again, like I said, I believe that the Dixie is ready to start pulling back down. Bearish divergence on the daily with the first move down 107.2 and 106.6, and then obviously further and further than that over time. General expectation of the Dixie is that we're going to break down and trend down towards the bottom of this horizontal. Well, no, it's not horizontal. Sorry, this diagonal uptrend of support, where we will find ourselves probably towards the end of next year, so the end of 2025. and then once we've hit that, we'll still have a little bit of power left in the markets before we all enter into some kind of major consolidation, probably a crypto bear market. So we've still got plenty of time, and the time to get bearish on crypto for the long term is going to be when we hit this area, really. So again, it's going to happen quite quick. You know, we're approaching the most chaotic but exciting part of the bull market now. It's not a time to be bearish. You know, whatever bearish sentiment there is on altcoins will be long forgotten once the breakouts kick off, and they will kick off. They are going to kick off. I don't really understand why people can be so bearish based on a 4-hourly time frame, for instance. You know, so honestly, I'm not joking. Give it 9 months. Give it 9 months. Whatever's going on these charts, especially these altcoin charts, will look like tiny little blips. They're not going to look like much at all. But again, that's just my expectation. Yeah, don't listen to me and trade off the back of what you hear me say. I'm just telling you where I'm allocating my capital and for what reason and for what length of time. Right, so that's basically it. People are bearish, that's fine. I'm not bearish. If we do lose these areas, that's okay. You know, we lose a $10,000 drop of Bitcoin is okay. It's still structurally sound for continuation. But personally, I think we're more likely to resolve to the upside. And that's what I'm counting on. 60% in, 40% remaining to go in if we have to come down lower. And we'd have to come down significantly lower for me to allocate that. That is that. This is the market. Let's sit back and enjoy the ride. Happy New Year. Take it easy.